Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another updates from my YouTube channel. Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about how to integrate MongoDB TTL indexes with Spring Boot. So first of all, I would like to discuss about what is TTL indexes. So TTL is nothing but time to live indexes. MongoDB can use to automatically remove the documents from a collection after a certain amount of time or at a specific log time. So it's a very flexible feature compared to like other relational databases. Basically, the data expiration is useful for a certain types of information like machine generated event data, logs, session information that only need to persist in a database for a finite amount of time. So let's open our Spring Boot initializer, guys. So I'm going to generate the Spring Boot project here. Okay, so let's take group as TTL, and this is I'm going to take as Spring MongoDB TTL, and let's add few dependencies, that is web dependency, and after that we need Spring Data MongoDB. Okay, and after that I'm going to take Lombo for setters and the getters. So that's it. You can generate this project and you can import into your IDE. I already imported my project into my IDE to save the time, guys. So let's open my code here. Okay, so first of all I'm going to create one model class. So let's create one model package. Inside that model package I'm going to take it as employee class. Okay, let's add it with document, that is MongoDB document, guys, and let's add the data for the setters and the getters. This is a Lombok data, and let's take one ID, private string ID, and after that let's take another field, that is name. Okay, and if you want to work with like DBL, this MongoDB TTL indexes, you have to use the date field. So I'm going to take java.util.date, guys. So let's take that. I'm going to take this name as created at. Okay, so that's it. And so let's create one repository. Inside the repository I'm going to take it as employee repository. That's it. And so this is the interface, guys. Let's change this to class to interface, and let's extend this to Mongo repository. So let's add employee model class here, and let's take string as ID, and after that, so I'm going to annotate with the repository here. Okay, so repository is ready. So now I'm going to create one controller, guys. So let's take controller package. Inside that I'm going to create employee controller. So let's annotate with REST controller, and so let's auto wire our repository here, that is employee, so repository. So let's add one method. And let's add post mapping here. Let's provide some endpoint name. So I'm going to take it as employees. Okay, that's it, guys. So this is going to save the employee data into MongoDB, right? So we need MongoDB configuration. So you can add application.yaml file. Inside this application.yaml file you can add this Spring Data MongoDB data source. So URI is MongoDB and localhost 27017, and this is the database name. That's it. And so let's open our controller here, and so now we need TTL index, right? So how we are going to add the TTL indexes? We have to add on top of date field. So let's annotate with at the rate of indexed. Okay, so if you want to provide some names, we can provide here. So I'm going to take it as created at index, and after that, so we have a expire after. Okay, expire after seconds. So you can directly provide some seconds here. Okay, so this is not millisecond, this is a seconds, guys. And so this is one way, and another way is you can provide expire after, so the form of string. So here you have to mention whether it's a seconds or minutes or days. So I'm going to take it as 40 seconds here. So if you want to provide like 40 minutes, then you can provide 40 minutes like this. Okay, and another way, so if you want to provide like 4 days, so you can provide like 40. That's it, it's going to take it as 4 days. So this is another way, guys. So I'm going to take it as 40 seconds here. So that's it. And so I want to populate some date from the Spring Boot application. So I'm going to create one method, public void and populate created it. Okay, so let's take this dot created it, and I'm going to take date dot from. So we have instant, right? So instant dot now. So that's it. So method is created. I'm going to call this method inside this our employee controller. So before I'm going to save this, I'm going to populate created it. That's it. So now you can start your application and check it out whether it's working or not, guys. Application is started, and so let's open my Postman here and let's insert some data. Okay, this is my endpoint, guys, localhost 8080 and employees, and inside the body I'm going to provide some name. Okay, and the date created at date is I'm going to populate from the my Spring application. So let's hit this endpoint and check whether it's inserted properly or not. Okay, it's written employee, that is ID, name and created it. Okay, and let's open our MongoDB here. Let's maximize this and let's type Mongo. Okay, so show databases, use employee. Our database is employee. Okay, and after that, so we have a command db.find.employee. Let's check it out. Sorry, db employee.find. Okay, data is inserted successfully, guys. And so if you want to check it out the indexes, so we have get indexes command. So this is our command, right? So if you observe here, so the index is not created here. Why? Because if we are using like Spring data MongoDB 3.0 or like greater than 3.0, so you have to enable the index programmatically. So it is by default disabled, guys. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one configuration file. So let's open, let's type config package. Inside the config package, I'm going to create Mongo config. Okay, and let's annotate with @ configuration and @ enable Mongo repositories. So here I'm going to provide the base packages. So the base package is, let's copy the base package name here and let's paste here. And here we need to enable the index creation. So to do that, we have auto index creation, guys. Sorry, so we need to extend our abstract Mongo client configuration, guys. Okay, now if we go and check this, so inside this we have auto index not here, I think so. So we have another class that is Mongo configuration support, and let's check it out. Auto index creation. Okay, so this auto index creation is by default written false. That means it's not enabled, guys. So what you can do is you can enable this method by using this method. So let's open here and paste here. So this is override. That's it. So now we can make it as true, right? So we have another method. Let's implement that method, that is get database name, and let's provide your database name here. Okay, so that is employee. That's it, guys. So it's ready now. So let's restart your application. The application is started. So let's hit the endpoint again. Okay, it's written, guys. So go to your MongoDB and check it out. First let's check the data. Okay, data is inserted successfully, and get the indexes. Now if you see here, the MongoDB index is created. So we have a key ID and the name, and we have name and the expire after seconds. Okay, so it's successfully created, guys. So let's wait for 40 seconds. So after 40 seconds it has to be delete the data automatically. So let's wait for that. See now, so there is no data. So if I hit couple of times, okay, so it is returning empty. So that means the data has been deleted successfully. Okay, so this is how it will work, guys. So this is one way of like creating the index. So another way is we have like by using Mongo template also we can create the index. So I'm going to explain how we are going to create by using Mongo template also. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out this. Okay, so let's stop the server. Now let's open our controller here. I'm going to use Mongo template here. So let's annotate with @auto_void. Let's take private Mongo template. Okay, and so here I'm going to use the Mongo template dot. So index ops. So inside that I'm going to use so here we have like entity, right? So we have to provide that entity name. So the entity name is employee class, and ensure the index. So I'm going to create the new index on. So our root key is created it, right? So let's add created it, and after that we have to provide some sorting order here. Okay, so I'm going to add sort that direction ascending order, and after that let's add expire value. So I'm going to add 40 seconds expiration value. So that's it, guys. But one thing is we have to add, so here we have to use a Mongo template to save the document. Okay, so that's it. Let's remove this space, and now so we can start your server. Server is started. Let's open our Postman. So let's hit this endpoint. So successfully data is inserted, guys. So let's check the database. Okay, so data is inserted successfully, and let's get the index. So index also is created successfully, right? So let's wait 40 seconds more to check it out whether it's working or not. Okay, guys, so the data has been successfully deleted from our collection. Okay, so it's returning empty. So let's hit multiple times. Okay, so this is how you can use this MongoDB detail indexes with your Spring Data, guys. That's it. So if you like this videos, please go ahead and like. If you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks. Bye. Have a good day.